What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I got a clip from Glasses Malone and them. They was talking, right? Now, G Malone to me is one of those guys that he's pretty black and white. Okay. It seems like it. And that can be a good thing. Sometimes that can be a bad thing because it doesn't leave room for nuance. Uh, and in some of his arguments that he make, I agree and I disagree because I feel like there is a middle ground. However, he's been pretty adamant on this whole J. Cole situation. And I feel like there's not a lot of nuance when it comes to this whole thing. But one of the things he brought up that I wanted to talk about in this video is a very interesting subject because I think it was Trap or one of them made the statement that, J. Cole and Kendrick are friends. And the reason why J. Cole didn't want to go through with the battle was because they was friends. That whole, BS. Well, G. Malone actually made a good argument in stating that no, they would never be friends. And if they was, what a crappy friend J. Cole would be to have made that diss song in the first place. And he gives his reasons. And it just highlights everything. I listened to Charles Brown video when he said he's done with J. Cole. He made a lot of good points. He went way, way deeper than I did. And I think he's probably the only person, not the only person, but I mean, as far as like the depth that he went into about the reasons and the things that Cole said in that mixtape and why it's just a bunch of BS. I think he's the only person I heard go that far with it. And he was a little passionate about it. Well, he wasn't a little, he was very passionate about it. And I didn't disagree with him. So, but this ties into this right here that G Malone is talking about. And I'm not going to lie. It's starting to paint this picture of just J. Cole being just and look, he's just a guy like anybody else. I get it. But of all the big three, I know Kendrick ain't perfect. I'm sure that there's people that can come out and say this, that, and the other about him. But out of all three of them so far, man, I ain't gonna lie. He definitely seemed like the most stand-up dude. No wishy-washiness, no back and forthness, no this, that, and the other. He's kind of black and white, right? If he mess with you, he mess with you. And if he don't, he don't. Ain't no middle ground. He ain't gonna play no games. The other two, you can't say the same. But let's get into this clip.
Tupac wasn't no mud wrestling in that. 50 years ago, Tupac and Biggie, he said he slept with Faith. Jay-Z told Nas, I slept with your baby mother. Stop with the shenanigans,
I just took it back to what's the name? Busy being Kumo D. Wasn't no mud wrestling.
This is not 1982.
They didn't even know each other. You said name one.
Yeah, I named two so far. You're not going to get in a battle where you're disrespecting somebody and it's going to be nice. What is wrong with y'all?
Right.
I do agree with that, Trap, but my thing about J. Cole is there was nobody. Okay, so if Kendrick is your friend and you didn't want to go, there's nobody that you ever could battle ever. Nobody.
Even if he's your friend, because again, I hate to talk about this and I'm wasting time and mental calories. Okay, look. Kendrick is my friend. Lupe is my friend. Lupe is somebody who looked out for me. Shout out to Chill. Shout out to Lupe. I'm not just going to be upset that something Lupe said or Chill said and then go in the studio and make a song. I don't care if he got on the song and said something. I'm going to call him first. And if I can't catch him on the phone, I'm going to make it my business to catch him in person. And we're going to have that conversation. I am not running to the studio to rap. That's
right. And you got to think too, not only did he run to the studio to rap, because I think in some ways he would be valid, or he would be justified in giving a response. But I feel like if this is your buddy, your friend, your response should be measured and it should be kind of in the same vein as what your so-called friend said. So Kendrick said, motherfuck the big three. It's just Big Me. He didn't bash Cole's catalog. He didn't bash Cole's character. He didn't call Cole some fake altruistic wannabe chill type nigga riding around on a bike fronting and shit. He could have said all types of stuff. He didn't do that. He just said, look, I don't want to be a part of y'all little group, man. Y'all got some lovey-dovey stuff going on over there. Hey, leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. It's just me. You feel me? And so to take it that, and look, I hear what some people saying about, oh, well, it wasn't a battle at that point. It wasn't a battle at that point. It really wasn't. So yeah, if that's that. So this kind of, not only does it kill that friendship narrative, it really show you what the character of J. Cole. Because if y'all truly was cool like that, if you truly felt that way, man, how do you even let the peer pressure get to you like that? You your own guy. So like he's sitting here. Think about this. He's sitting here calling Kendrick a fake activist and all this other stuff. But bro, you can't even stand on your own principles and morals. You letting people sway you to say something you didn't mean, something that's like that you can't take back. You know, you said some heavy words, right? And you got the nerve to come at a guy and calling him a fake activist, right? But what are you then? What are you then? This shit get deep, man. It really does. Let's keep going.
It's my friend. If Coach hurts my feeling, I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to go to the studio and drop a diss on him.
That's a fact.
Stop saying this has something to do with friendship.
So now, like I said, I feel like Cole made the phone call and your man changed his phone number.
It doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't reach him. He couldn't reach you. So now I can't reach you, and you ain't give me a new number.
So if you say something,
man, LeBou,
that's how you think that makes sense to you as a friend? You're a fucking shit friend.
Right.
So how am I supposed to, bro?
Exactly. Hey, trying to make up some excuses. No. And if y'all friends, you got somebody else's number who can holler at him. Like, hey, yo, I try to call homeboy. He ain't answer, man. All I even let him know. I'm trying to see what's going on with that joint. What did he mean by that? You don't go in there and say, hey, your first one was this, your last one was brick, your fake activist this. Damn, bro. Damn. You just totally, and I think some people overlook, how do I want to say it? I guess the depth, man, of what J. Cole did by assassinating Kendrick's character. First, and mind you, Kendrick never responded. He could have responded to that and went in. There's a lot of stuff that can be said about Cole. I don't buy his whole riding a bike around town with the clothes on act, trying to fit in with like I'm a normie. I don't buy that either. I think that's more for attention than anything. I really do. I think he's an attention seeker, and so it's all fraudulent. But there was no response to that, right? There was none.
I think that he reached out to him. And
okay,
I think he didn't get no answer.
Talk to him. So then your next thing is let me go to there and publicly scrutinize this man's art and work and legacy.
Right.
You're not a friend, bro.
Right. Exactly.
You're not a friend. And if you are a friend, you're a horrible friend. You're shit friend.
So him and Aubrey, they go together. It makes sense why them two click, does it not?
That's all I'm saying. That kind of, to me, drives the point. He's a shit friend. That's why, what are we talking about? And then, like, yes, I have not listened to the music. And it's not because I don't think J. Cole's an incredible artist. He's a dope MC, great artist. I don't care. The marketing that's coming off, right? I'm reading the marketing. I'm looking at the marketing. It's a bunch of empty, disrespectful things. And you would apologize to every single one of them niggas if they walked up to you in your face. Whoever imagines that you're talking about them. And you didn't name one fucking person that you're talking about. So all that shit about how much you mature, you're not. And at this point, everything about Cuz says fraudulent. So I don't care how great of a craftsman, right? Like, I don't care how great at his craft he is. I'm not mad. I do think he's fantastic at his craft. But I buy authenticity. Rick Ross, and forgive me, Rose, I swear to God on Olivia's soul, bro, I'm not dissing you. Rick Ross is the only person that I'm not worried about if it's real.
Boss.
That's how fucking great he is with the music. Like, man. It don't matter.
This.
Close Cole. That's who you get.
You know, you just said it wasn't his brand.
No, I'm telling you who he really is. His brand is authenticity. His brand is he's the regular guy that's real and solid. He's mature. That's a lie.
Okay. So you want him to give you the lie?
He's not sponsored Nita Baker, right? Yeah.
So with Rose, it's like I'm not demanding, and he's really good at music. So he's the only artist to me that I'm like, oh, I ain't really tripping off authenticity. Just give me the jams. J. Cole is not, and maybe it's not fair, but J. Cole, I expect authenticity from him.
Why?
Because
you do get it.
Brand to me. No, it's
you
not.
get full clothes cold. Full clothes cold. That's who you get.
You know, you just said it wasn't his brand.
No, I'm telling you who he really is. His brand is authenticity. His brand is he's the regular guy that's real and solid. He's mature. That's a lie.
Okay. So you want him to give you the lie?
No, I don't want to buy the lie. I don't have time. I'm gonna go listen to Scarface. I'm gonna go listen to I'm listening to GNX. I'm gonna listen to some other shit. I'm not listening to the fucking lie. Like, and now it's starting to be more and more evident. Like, I used to play all the J. Cole early shit. I'm not into his music. Like, I'm not buying his albums, but he has some dope jams, and I thought he was a capable MC. I always thought he was a top-notch guy. I've always said that. I think so now, right? I genuinely believe so, but I don't care if you're a good rapper with words. I'll be honest. I'm not mad at nobody. The trap, that means the world of trap. Long as you have a ton of literary devices and you put it together, like Shatif say, oh, you're intellect, I'm smart. I don't need rappers to be smart to entertain me.
You know that ain't my number one thing. You know my number one thing is authenticity.
All humbug. Here it comes.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not. I'm just saying you can't get me.
Throw away that barbershop shit. Get that out of here. We don't.
Yeah. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. No,
I'm saying y'all care. I think it's dope that y'all are excited that he's making a bunch of empty threats.
Do not think he do not think it's dope.
I do think that.
I said no. What I did say was this though. I said that he's shooting a gun with his eyes closed right now. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he ain't putting no name on no bullets. He ain't doing none of that. He just shooting. And I don't like that right there. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that.
He always been throwing out these random bullets. When it was time to put a name on it, that boy put a name on it and erased it.
Took it back. Let me get that off there.
Like, and I'm not. Look, I think J. Cole is dope. He's always been a fantastic artist, but I don't care. I think it lacks authenticity, and it's starting to be brighter and brighter. Like, it's to the point where it's like, come on, bro, fuck. Like, why are you talk? Like, come on, bro. Like, why are you even shooting at people? Why are you shooting at your peers? Like, if I said something, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Trap don't care. And I'm like, bro, okay, maybe before this battle is different. Who cares? J. Cole, players getting they play from machines. It's not a big deal because it's like, that's just your thing. After the battle, after this whole shindig, after all this shit, bro, you go back to the same dumb shit?
Hey man, listen, he's making some good points. I get it, man. A lot of y'all out there is happy to be hearing this. I heard Charles Brown, he was really offended at some of these videos. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of them videos I didn't even click on. If the thumbnail looked like they was just about to hype everything up, I didn't even click on it. I already knew what it was, and I'm like, I don't want to hear this. But you know, Charles Brown was mad because he like, you know, you can't tell us we wrong for how we feel, but he ain't lying though. And Glasses really ain't lying. Look, say what you want. I think this is what it comes down to, right? Does it not? Is that authenticity aspect of we thought you was this, you're not, and you're doubling down on it, and it's becoming more and more evident. So I think that's, you know, that's where we at. This is the same thing, this same issue Aubrey got, right? The authenticity problem. Except a lot of people kind of expect Aubrey to be that way. He was an actor, this, that, and the other. You know, people with J. Cole is more like, yeah, you know, you from here, from the US, you came from the hood, you know, you grew up like one of us, and we thought you was who you said you was. And every time we look, you're doing something to show us that you're not. I think it's all valid, man. I really do think it's all valid. And the people who's saying that we should just forget about it, you know, I was thinking about this too. I said, man, you know what's crazy? What a lot of these guys are doing, it makes you think that, and look, don't get me wrong, none of this we should be taking as anything other than entertainment. But like Charles Brown said, when people like Styles was saying something, you know, you believed it. When people like DMX said something, you know, you believe like, man, he probably would do something like that. You know, when DMX said like, when he catch Aubrey in the joint, he might, you believed it. Whether or not these guys went out there and did it, when they talk, you believed it, and you really never heard nothing that contradicted even all this time later. It's not the same thing with Cole. And it made me think that when these people are saying what they're saying, some of these other podcasts and things, it's almost like, because remember, these be the same people who talk this stuff too about authenticity, this, that, and the other. But it just makes you feel like, does it even matter, bro? Like, really, does it even matter to y'all? Does any of it, is this all just a game? Or are we going to continue to pick and choose? Can I even take your opinion as serious when you do critique somebody? When you do call somebody out for something? Because you're not calling out the one guy who's one of the top guys. And yeah, there ain't no big three, but he's still one of the top guys. You want to act like everything is all forgotten and forgiven. And like, he's still not showing these negative traits. And it's just like, none of this is serious at this point. None of this is serious. It's all entertainment, even with the podcast and the commentators and things like that. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them. It's just all entertainment at this point. Nobody is standing on anything. And I was just thinking, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It almost makes you really not want to listen to a lot of the people that you used to listen to. You feel me?
As far as J. Cole making this album, I was kind of wondering what was he going to talk about. Like, I was like, man, because you go back to, you know, putting these fake bullets out there. Can't do that no more. I mean, like, what do you do now? Like, to me, he should have just untucked his dick and just came out here and no, that's it. The album should have been called Untucked. Like, and he should have just let everybody have it. Like, fuck it, man. I gotta. Or I mean, I kind of see what G was saying. Like, he is rapping about, and I like the mixtape. I thought shit was fire. I thought it was dope.
I like it too.
But he is rapping about, like, what are you talking about right now? Like,
and I don't want y'all to think that I am on J. Cole. I try my best to articulate my point so you don't think I'm just tripping. Add me on IG. I used to be top C. The apology dropped me way out of the top 3. No, it did not.
And some people out it did.
No, it didn't.
Fat Joe said it. Fat Joe said it.
No, Fat Joe said, I can't respect you as this. No problem. I'm probably the best when they doubt me. Watch. Nobody's doubting you. Here's empirical fact that you did not take the challenge.
He didn't, man.
Nobody's doubting you. Doubt would be if the opportunity presented itself, we would believe you wouldn't take it. If you don't take the opportunity when it presents it, that no longer is doubt. It becomes just facts.
Right, right.
And it's not, goddamn.
I think the only person who doubted Cole was Cole.
Well, ain't no doubt about it.
And I don't even know if he doubted himself.
I don't know.
I don't think he doubted himself.
He keep fake carrying himself around like this. Just be the real you.
That's him doubting himself.
Yeah, that nigga.
I don't think it's doubt. I think what happened. Okay, I never talk about what I think. Here's what I think.
Oh boy.
Here's what I think.
Oh boy.
I think when J. Cole put out those fucking songs and he saw the fuck response being menial, he said, okay, this ain't gonna work out. Fuck that. I'd rather not do it.
Is that
I think he possibly could have called Kendrick and they didn't talk. Right? And then he ran to the studio because he was looking at an opportunity. He was like, here's an opportunity to catapult myself. Here's an
album coming out
to comport I can maximize this opportunity. Okay. Here's a chance, right? And then he saw the response and said to himself, "Fuck it, that's it. That's my opinion." Right? And then he got the blowback that he wasn't expecting, right? And now here we are again doing the same shit.
Let that go right there for now. But whole conversation was a pretty good one, and the main thing I wanted to focus on was this: Cole's a shitty friend. You can't. It's hard to argue against that, whether it be a friend to Aubrey or even a friend to Kendrick. I don't think either of those guys look at him as a friend for everything that was just laid out in this video. No, am I wrong? And I can't lie to y'all, man. I might not get on here and be like super passionate about it as Charles Brown, but I feel the same way though, you know, and I share the same sentiments. It's just a bunch of BS, man. Yeah, he was rapping. A few of those tracks sounded really good. I'm not gonna lie, but the things that he said, man, and why are we here? It's his own fault. And should people be telling other people that y'all tripping. You shouldn't be. It was only this and it was no, they shouldn't, because these are all like Glasses said, this is facts. This is all facts. The reason people see him the way they see him and feel the way they feel are based on real actions. That, mind you, that if it were somebody else, these same people would be giving them the same criticisms. No, they could be giving them the same criticisms, man. There's a lot of favoritism going on, and it does turn you off even more, because it's like you trying to tell me I ain't seeing what I'm seeing and hearing what I'm hearing. You feel me? Like we having just a mass what you call it, a mass hallucination here. We all just hallucinate. It's a mass hallucination. Everybody on off the shrooms or some shit. Come on, man. No, J. Cole's a shitty friend, bro. It's facts. Facts. And J. Cole is a fraud. I gotta say it. I'm sorry, man. He can rap. He can rap his ass off better than most. But it's an act. He criticized Kendrick and saying Kendrick's I guess pro-blackness is an act. I have never seen anything up to this point that would lead me to believe that that's the case. I have seen many things up to this point that would lead me to believe that J. Cole is the actual fraud. Yeah, for sure. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.